Our heroes are the proud owners of the Lazy J Ranch, 1,000 acres of the worst real estate in the West. So terrible is the terrain that the only thing they can raise on their ranch is worms.
That's right. We raise all kinds of worms.
Hook, cut, tape, fishing, and angle. Get along, little doggy.
And while Bullwinkle rounds up the herd by means of his surplus mine detector,
For detecting surplus mines.
Rocky has taken on the task of clearing all the stones off the North 40.
Gee, Mr. Lazy J, there must be a jillion of them.
1,008,000,000, Rocky. I counted them last July and August.
Boy, how can you be so lazy?
I work at it night and day.
Rocky started on his Herculean task. Back and forth he flashed, lugging the heavy boulders, and at day's end had a huge pile of rocks heaped at the ranch gate.
Well, now what, Rocky?
I just put up this sign and we're in the boulder business.
Rock garden kits.
Do it yourself with Rocky's Rocks. 10 cents each.
Boy, that's a keen idea.
As an idea, it may have been keen, but as a business, it was a terrible flop. So in the succeeding days, the price of Rocky's Rocks dropped lower and lower. Unfortunately, the pile grew higher and higher. Finally, the sign was changed to read,
Free. Take 'em away.
but still nobody bought any, and the pile grew larger daily.
Is that any relation to Dan Daly?
Bullwinkle!
Or Dilly Daly?
There's only one thing left to do.
Pay people to take 'em away.
No, listen.
Oh, I love these scenes where people whisper.
Tickled your imagination?
Tickles my ears fuzz.
Actually, Rocky's plan was very simple. He simply painted a large sign that read,
Warning, do not take rocks.
and left it on the pile overnight. Sure enough, next morning, there wasn't a boulder in sight.
Somebody even took the sign.
It's nice to know you can depend on people.
People indeed, for that entire pile had been taken by one man who now sat in a house on the outskirts of Squaw's Ankle, Wyoming, a house which was now full of rocks from floor to ceiling. And the man? Who else? That arch criminal, that kingpin of crime, that mass of pure, mean...
Super Slob!
No, you're Boris Badenov.
Hello again, fans.
Tell me, Boris,
Yes, Natasha, he said, reminding everyone what her name is.
how come we got a house full of rocks?
You saw sign, Natasha. Do not take rocks. I had to steal them.
Had to?
It's in my contract.
What do we do with them, darling?
They must be worth something. Let's try and see.
So the two thieves tried their best to use the rocks as bowling balls.
Okay, Natasha, knock down 10 pins.
But the stones weren't quite round enough for that.
Oh, sorry, darling. Should I get doctor?
Of course not. Get Pinboy and set me up in other alley.
They even tried the boulders as ammunition for a huge cannon.
Ready, aim, fire.
They were a little too heavy.
We tried with different guns.
And please, darling, different gunner, too.
But where is Boulder?
As luck would have it, that huge stone was rolling downhill, right toward the main street of the little town of Squaw's Ankle.
Boris, that stone, it will crush hundreds of people.
Well, what do you know, Natasha? It's good for something after all.
Will the massive stone really wipe out the village? Be sure to see our next episode, Our Town or the Home of the Grave.